Well, I sanded this out what I'm going to paint. I just kind of wanted to show what I sanded out. I'm going to only paint to that trim. And I sanded out the lip edge of the wheel well on the front fender and the rear quarter panel. And I also sanded, there was undercoating on that and whatnot, but I want to show that that's all good and solid. So I sanded all that out. That's just some paint or something on there right now, but I'll sand that a little bit more right in there. And but this is a good solid body, so I just kind of wanted to show that. And that's all. I sanded the underside of the rocker panel out too. And then what I sanded out here and cleaned the undercoating off, this, and that's really dark, so it's hard to see there. There isn't really that good a light. And this light isn't really that good either, but I cleaned all the undercoating and everything off, sanded it all out. So I'm just going to paint this lip all the way around up in here. I'll just mask it on this. And that'll help protect it and make it look a little nicer. I've had a couple of friends say I should just repaint the whole car. Well, that won't keep it as original as I want to keep it. Yeah, the paint has its flaws, but to repaint the car correctly, you got to take all the trim off the car. To get this, a lot of the trim off around the top here, you got to take the headliner down a little bit on the front. And you know, if you don't take the trim off, you might as well not do it. It just doesn't come out right. You can't mask these things off and expect it to look good when you're done. You got to take the trim off, clean underneath there, get your clips all cleaned up, reseal the holes when you put the moldings back on. You buff the moldings while they're off. And to get these drip rail chromes off, you have a bent butter knife and you can just kind of work them up and off, but you know, you take your chance on damaging them. And again, I don't want to take the headliner down to get this. The nuts are underneath that trim and the headliner goes up in there. So you just have to take the front panel of the headliner down to get the trim off. And then you'd have to take the cowl off, the hood off, you know, all this stuff would have to come off. You'd have to take the doors off. If you really want to do it right, take the deck lid off, take the bumpers off. And if I'm going to repaint the whole, if I ever repaint the whole car, yeah, I'll take all 100% of the trim off. I'll take the doors and the hood and the trunk lid off and the bumpers. And if you have the bumpers off, you might as well send them out and have them re-chromed. So that's why I'm not going to repaint the whole car, because it would triple the cost of what I'm doing here, and probably wouldn't have it done until June or so, you know, by the time you wait on chrome platers, and you know, you take the time to buff your stainless and clean all the clips, and so that's why I'm only painting what I'm painting and buffing out the car. And I think it'll look really good kept original, but if somebody in the future wants to repaint the car, they can. I'm not going to. And it's just, like I say, too much work to strip the body down. You know, you'd have to take all the grill out, take this off. You know, there's a good week's worth of work taking the car apart, and then another probably 2 or 3 weeks of sanding everything out and cleaning everything up and getting everything feathered, because if you're going to do the whole car, you might as well really strip all the original paint off and start from bare metal. And I'm just not going to go to that time and expense. It would be, you know, a lot of work, a lot of additional work that I'm not going to put into the car. I just want a fun summer cruiser, and that's kind of the way I'm doing this. And if you look at, I think the last video, one of the guys, Bob, put up a photo bucket. He has a 60 Catalina. It's just like this, except it's the red body, This interior is identical. His interior is in much better shape than mine. The whole car is in better shape than mine. And it was a car he picked up from an original owner. And it's worth having a look at the photos of it. It's really a beautiful car. Turns out he knows my dad's girlfriend. And small world. And yeah, so we're going to get to masking. I'm going to do a little more sanding tomorrow, mask it off, and then maybe Wednesday paint this side. I got a bit of a cold, so I'm working a little slow right now. But I just kind of wanted to do a little on what's going on the car. And I'm not going to video any of the painting or anything because I don't want to get overspray on my camera. And I don't really want the sanding dust in it either. That's why I haven't been videoing a lot of the work when it comes to doing the body on the car. But it's getting there, getting ready for paint, and looking good.